goaltender. It's knocked out in front! Score! Score! Montgomery shoots it out in front. Divo back at it. Score!
All right, cool beans.
And we say good morning to you and welcome to Kahnawake, Quebec. A very cool -15 or -21 with the wind chill outside, but inside the hearts are warm, the feelings are hot, and the action will be even hotter as we get set for this Novice A matchup featuring the HRS Hawks and the Kahnawake Mohawks. Mohawks 2-2-1 coming into today's game on the strength of an incredible win last week in Beaujoy-Dorion, down 3-1 and 2-0. They gave up 2 goals a minute 20 into the game, and yet they came back to win this one 6-4. HRS coming in with a record of 1 win and 3 losses. As we take a look now at the Hawks starting in net for both teams. The goalie for HRS wearing number 30, Andrew Morton, getting the call. And for the Kahnawake Mohawks, a surprise call in nets today. Sunguayaraguana Sabrera out, so Hayes Horn, the Novice B goaltender, will get the call in goal. And as you remember, the last time we seen Hayes, he was outstanding, making 22 of 23 saves in a 2-1 win against Mercier. Head coaches for both teams, for the Mohawks, Wahio Jacobs, but a lot of great hockey experience on that bench for the Mohawks. Mike White, assistant coach. Jai McCumber, who's not here. My generation of hockey players, he was one of the best which Kahnawake produced. Both he and Mike White. Of course, Mike, the latter, played for the Kahnawake Condors. Kahnawake changing things up right now. Their top line out there, or at least the top line from last week, but it's Jackson McCumber starting at center, Ron DeLille playing on the wing, and Ruwadzitsayani Daibo on the opposite wing. HRS bring it in. This is Daibo with the puck now, and he ran into one of the Hawks. That was Landon Danny, number 79. Picked back up and shot around the horn by the Hawks. Kept in at the hash mark, and now stolen by Kahnawake. Picked back up off the hop by McCumber, who slips and takes a tumble. Again, they just put water on the ice. They just flooded the ice, so it could be a little slippery. Now here's a steal by Daibo. Uwaditayani Daibo trying to break down Chenier, and Nicholas Chenier knocks it away from him. Mohawks have to tag back up. It's DeLille on his backhand, trying to get it over to McCumber. He slips and falls, and the puck now caught behind the goal. Colton Howard behind his own net. Breaks it out, and that's intercepted by Dybo. Good steal by Dybo. Dybo shoots, and that one not on the target. Mohawks keep it in at the point. But it'll be gathered up by the Hawks. Jonathan Fulton, number 77. Fulton skating up ice. Fulton gets to the outside, gets around his man. Around Jacobs. Fulton, a shot. Right on. Hayes Horn answers the bell. This is Hayes' first game of the season at Novice A, and her first real test. She's able to pass with flying colors. Puck goes behind the net, so here it is. Jacobs looks to break it up. It's McCumber. McCumber on the wing. McCumber tracks it. Looks to play it up ice, but it's going to be intercepted and shot back into the Mohawks' end. Dybo, as Kahnawake opens the benches, they want to change. Paul, number 14, comes out there. Paul had it knocked away from him, and it's scooped back off the boards. Will it get far enough for icy or offside? Yes, it will. So the Hawks need to tag up. Now a knock away, and it'll be picked up by the Mohawks. Here comes Nigarakwa Dybo, or sorry, Arakwayasu Paul, number 14. They both have red helmets. Sometimes it's difficult to differentiate the two. Yanegwakwahawi Rice, number 9, kept the play alive, and now she's going to have to tag back up as the puck is sent the length of the ice. And icing is called with 7:23 to go in period 1. I think the key for the Mohawks coming into this game is they got to get off to faster starts. They've been getting off to really slow starts in the last couple of weeks. Obviously, last week it did not hurt them that much as they ended up coming back to win 6-4 against Beaujoy. And that win over the Vikings were the number 2 team in the standings prior to the Mohawks win last week. Kahnawake putting themselves back at 500 and now in a position to get back over 500. 2 home games this weekend starting with today. Now the Hawks come back in. This is number 71, Anthony Collin. Collin puts on the brakes, throws it in front of the net. That pass is going to be knocked away. Ryan Stacy out there on the wing wearing 41. A pass intercepted by Kason Moses, who was another one of those stars last week with 2 goals in the Mohawks win. Moses comes in over the blue line. And now it'll be intercepted by Nicholas Chenier, number 70. Chenier up ice. And the pass is going to get by everyone and go back into neutral ice. Yesu Paul plays it out, and the Hawks come in. That'll be called on the offside. 6:36 to go in period 1. And don't forget, this is just the first of 2 games that we have scheduled this weekend. Our next game tomorrow, Novice A's in action again. They will be playing at 2 o'clock against the Beauharnois Patriots. Or actually, what they've done at the novice level is they've combined Beauharnois and St. Martin. So 2 powerful hockey communities combining into one. As it's brought back in by the Hawks, a shot off a skate. Played off the wall. And now shot back into Kahnawake territory. Banged off the boards by Jacobs. And the Mohawks are able to get it out of the zone, but not any further than that. Now skating back is Tayton Nolan, number 5. Nolan off the boards. Intercepted by the Hawks. Nolan banks it back out to neutral ice. Dybo gives chase to the puck along with Nolan. Remember, these 2 played together in Novice C last year for the playoff run at least. There's a centering feed knocked down, kept in at the point by Jacobs, but now it hits an open wing. And now Gayadodu Charles has to come back, and he's able to get it back to the blue line. It's cleared out of the danger area. Now scooped up by the Mohawks. And played from the knees. And Nigarakwa Dybo not able to get in. Well, he had the puck caught in his skates as the Hawks bring it in over the blue line. Here comes HRS. Going back to the right and a shot, score! Jonathan Folte lets the shot go. It goes through traffic, and this one goes through an absolute maze to get to the back of the net. Yeah, the shot comes in, it goes through two sets of legs, and then finally gets towards the back of the goal. I don't think the goaltender, Hayes Horn, was able to see this one at all. And it's just one of those tricky shots that had eyes, and HRS not complaining. They got first blood, and they'll have the first power play. Brought back in by HRS, a shot. Horn has to make the save. And the rebound kept alive. It'll be touched up here by the Mohawks, and we have a tripping call coming up to Kahnawake. And our first penalty either way, with 4:49 left to go here in the first. And the player going to the box is Ruajitayani Daibo, number 42. So the face-off is coming up to Hayes Horn's right. 1-0 lead for HRS. It comes back to the point. Shenye, a shot. Oh, and that one just sent wide. Good wrister. And now the puck gets out. Backhanded back to neutral ice. Kept alive by HRS. Paul has to get back into the fray. The Hawks bring it in. And a good check by Rice knocks the puck free. And Akwahawi Rice, a good job there on defense. Remember, she started her career off as a forward, and Jackson McCumber clears the puck. 30 seconds gone by in the power play, 1-0 lead for HRS. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the first period of play. Now Jackson McCumber with the steal, send it out in front, but no one there for the Mohawks. The Hawks come back. It's brought back in. Here's Hugo Oje, knocked away, and cleared back out to neutral ice, and knocked back into HRS's end of the ice. Chenye being pressured by DeLille, and the puck will be knocked away and picked back up. Shot back into neutral ice. Here comes DeLille on the backhand. DeLille sends it to an open wing. 50 seconds left to go in the penalty. Mohawks keep it alive. Centering feed is blocked by Charles. The Mohawks doing an excellent job of killing this penalty, as Charles nearly stripped it away, but brought back in by HRS. Sent out in front, intercepted, and the Mohawks will get this one out of the zone. And that sends us down to the final 20 seconds of the penalty. Kason Moses gives chase to the puck. Nearly got it. Kept in by the Mohawks. Jacobs shoots, and that's blocked. Nuahiraje Jacobs threw it out in front. It comes back to the point. Kept alive momentarily, and now HRS has got it. Mohawks coming back. Moses has to hustle. Penalty over. We're back to 5 aside. The penalty over. HRS 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Moses knocked away. Kept alive by HRS. Thrown out in front. It deflects over the net. Penalty's over, but the pressure's still being applied by HRS. Moses tries to play it off the wing, and he gets it out. HRS kept it alive, but offside. It's touched by a Hawk, and play halted with 2:19 left to go in period 1. Don't forget, our next scheduled broadcast will be tomorrow, when the Kahnawake Mohawks Novice A's take on the Beauharnois St. Martin Patriots. That game getting underway at 2 p.m. Brought back in by Nigarakwa Daibo. It was onside momentarily, but now the Hawks play it back up ice. Here they come. And a good tie-up by Rice. It comes free, they score! Johnny on the spot! Liam Robichaud wide open in front of the net. That puck just found him. Right place, right time, right shot. 2-0 Hawks. And once again, Kahnawake facing a multi-goal deficit. They came back last week. We'll see what happens if and when these guys get their legs going here. But it's a 2-0 lead for HRS. Here goes Nigarako Daibo, who had the game winner last week. Daibo on his backhand. Daibo, a backhand, he scores! Well, you remember last year, it took him a long time to get going, but once he started getting going, there was no stopping him. Nigarako Daibo tore up the playoffs last year, 10 goals in 3 games. And that's his second goal in less than a period and a half, so it's the first goal of the game for him today, first goal for his team, and more importantly, it's now a 2-1 game, a minute 51 left to go here in period 1. And Daibo's got it again. Here he comes in. Nigarako Daibo. Here he shoots, and that's off the mark. That's a fire you might want to extinguish if you're the Hawks. Nigarako Daibo intercepts it. Yanakwahawi Rice kept the play alive. Giving chase behind the goal are the Mohawks. Royce White centering this line. White, oh, and there's a nasty collision. Daibo knocking the puck free, kept alive by Paul. Here goes Daibo, behind the net, out in front, and Royce White, he was wide open. The puck just went between his stick and his skate blade. Shot back up to center ice, and the Hawks come back. Paul has to look behind him. Here's the chance for the Hawks, a backhander over the net. 55 seconds to go in period 1, 2-1 HRS. Arakayasu Paul circles the play behind his own net, scoops it back up the wall. Kept alive by the Hawks. Farian. And now Paul goes back behind his net to get the puck. Threw it out in front. Peyton Nolan circling back and had the puck knocked away. A shot comes in, and that's not going to hit the target. Picked back up by HRS down to the final 30. Here's a pass out in front, it deflects. Knocked away by the Mohawks, kept alive, and a shot blocked by Rice. Another try on the wraparound, and Rice and Paul come back to knock the play alive. No goal. And it's covered by Hayeshorn. 15 seconds left to go in period 1. Boy, Rice and Paul, 2 shot blocks each on that shift, keeping this a 2-1 scoreline with 15 seconds left to go here in the first period of play. Face off to the left of the Kahnawake goal. Kept alive. And knocked away. 5 seconds to go. Rome to Lil. Down to 3. Rome has to shoot it. He does. No! Big save made in front, and that's going to do it for the first period. Andrew Morton, his biggest stop. Kahnawake got on the board. They're still trailing 2-1. That's the first 10 minutes. We'll be back with period number 2. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. All right, here we go. Second period action. Kahnawake Mohawks and the HRS Hawks. Novice A matchup. 2-1 lead for the Hawks. Rome DeLille with that late chance as the first period expired, but Andrew Morton came up with a huge stop on the backhander, and this one will go far enough for an early icing. Just, well, actually 0 seconds into the period. Now the clock is moving a bit. 2 seconds into the period, we have an icing. That's okay, scorekeeper. That's totally happened to me before, too. It's called I paid too much attention to my phones. Actually, to my right, as we have a face-off being controlled by the Hawks, but the Mohawks pick it up. Yanni Daibo had it stripped away. Here come the Hawks, and it's going to be picked up off the backhand by HRS, and now knocked away. 2-on-1, maybe 3 if they hurry. The Mohawks coming over the blue line. And that pass is knocked away. Yanni Daibo tried to get it up. And now a 1-on-1. Here's an opportunity. What a move! No! Dodu Charles knocked off the puck. Fulton, who made those in and out moves like an NFL running back right there, just zigging and zagging. And he had the Mohawks defense zigging when they should have zagged. Cleared back out to neutral ice. Now picked up by the Mohawks. LHTO Charles gets it up to center ice. Roamed a little, had a man open for a moment. Now McCumber gets smothered by 3 Hawks. HRS bringing in, that's Fulton. Knocked off the puck by Ruwadizayani Daibo. Have to wonder how many players from both sides will we see in double letters next year. The talent is definitely there. Jackson McCumber bringing it in. McCumber by 2, being held up, and there's going to be a penalty on the Hawks. And we got a penalty on HRS. It's an interference, and the Mohawks have their first power play of the game. Wow. That's what you're taught, though, and that's exactly what Jackson McCumber just demonstrated there. Don't stop skating. Don't stop. He kept going. The Hawks defense got a little careless. And now we got a face-off coming up to the right of the HRS zone. Wahardaje Jacobs out there alongside Kaysen Moses, and I cannot see the far winger, Ryan Stacy, 41. Onakayeshi Paul on defense. Mohawks trying to tie this one up, but it's cleared back into neutral ice. Paul intercepted it and got it to Jacobs. Jacobs turns around. Jacobs by 1. Jacobs trying to get by 2. Jacobs, a shot, right on, a rebound. And the Mohawks are not able to scoop it up. It comes around the boards. Yanukwahawi Rice kept the play alive. Trying to center it down low. Of course, Rice, the cousin of Brooke Stacy. So great female hockey players. I think it's definitely safe to say that the tradition runs strong in that family. Even male hockey players as well. Her cousin Dylan Stacy carving out quite a career for himself out in Ontario. Backhanded out in front. Knocked away, and the Hawks are going to skate up with it. Here's Farian. Farian knocked away. And Moses with the steal. Moses skating. Farian coming back. Kaysen Moses by 1. Can't get by the second. Good back check by the Hawks. Going up the center. And through Ryan Stacy and Yanukwahawi Rice, the puck gets out. Mohawks want to change. Royce White, Nigarakwa Daibo coming onto the ice. Intercepted by the Hawks. It's Colton Howard. Howard got it up the center. Now over the blue line to the Hawks. And back checking is Tate Nolan. Good play by the only first-year player on this team in terms of first year at the novice level. Everyone else second-year novice players. Daibo trying to stick lift his man. Nigarakwa bangs it up to Paul. Paul not able to handle it. Paul kept it alive. Nolan jukes and lost his balance. Royce White backhands it towards the Hawks zone. It does not get in. Knocked back, and the penalty to HRS is over. The guilty party, OJ, back out on the ice. Paul. And now HRS has to tag back. Nicolas Chenier gathering speed. Chenier has an open lane. Nolan coming back. Chenier and Nolan with a good job knocking the puck away. Well, those are two strong skaters going neck and neck right there in OJ and Nolan. Banged off the wards by Paul, or by, sorry, Doji Charles. And it's going to go far enough. Icing is called with 5:33 to go in a non-stop second period of play. 2-1 HRS leading. Face-off coming up to the right of Hayeshorn. Don't forget Kahnawak's goaltender not here today, Sungwaya Raquana Sabrera, so Hayeshorn is in. And she has played a marvelous game up to this point for the Mohawks. Face-off to her right. Jonathan Fulton, who's been arguably the leading, or the most dangerous player for HRS. Look at him right there. Oh, and he had his stick lifted. Good play. Sent out in front of the net. Backhanded out in front. There's a steal. Backhander not on the target. Picked up by Jacobs. He bangs it off the boards. Good job by Jacobs getting it out. Now Rowan DeLille skating. Rowan DeLille. DeLille on the backhand and had it knocked away. They cannot, HRS cannot afford to give this guy a break, because if they do, we've seen what he did last week. Helped turn the tide in that game against Beaujoy. Back on the Hawks. And now we got a tripping call coming up on, I believe, Dibo. I could be wrong. Unless the Hawks score here. Oh, and it's a good stick lift made, and the trip is going to be called. It's on, no, it's a hold, sorry. Arnua Ditayani Dibo, his second penalty of the morning. Or the second penalty, I should say, sorry, on the Kahnawake Mohawks. So, power play coming up now for HRS. 2-1 lead for the Hawks, 4:37 to go, period 2. This is Baby Blue Memories. Brandon Bordeaux on the mic. Emmett Hamlin with you on the camera. Face-off coming up to the right of the HRS net. It's taken by the Mohawks momentarily. Jackson McCumber. And DeLille got it back to center. Picked back up by the Hawks. It's Howard. Howard coming in. Howard got it through, but the puck did not hit the target. Picked back up by the Hawks. Paul knocked it away. Player lost his balance for the Mohawks. It lands on goal, and it's going to be covered by Hayes Horn. What a game we've had so far. I mean, 6 minutes gone by in the second period, but no goal scored, but a ton of chances at both ends. Face-off coming up to the right of the Mohawks goal. Puck knocked down, a shot blocked, the second try blocked again by Charles this time, got in the way of it. Another chance blocked, and the Mohawks clear it out of the danger area. Knocked away! Horn the save! Horn with one save, her defenseman with the others. And it's still 2-1 with 3:46 to go here in the second. All right, Fulton out there, and Fulton has been driving the Mohawks nuts today. Has one goal and has made several big-time moves. Now intercepted by the Mohawks. Moses clears it the length of the ice. Over to Hudjay Jacobs and Kason Moses, the penalty killers for Kahnawake. And Jacobs really came up with a steal right there. Moses backhands it in, and the Hawks are forced to tag up. Played off the wall. And the Hawks trying to keep it alive. Good play by Soherdas Jacobs, but now the Hawks bring it in. One defenseman back. Here's a shot off the outside of the net. A follow-up chance, and the Mohawks scoop it up. Jacobs had the puck caught in his skates. Intercepted by Kahnawake. Cleared it. It's going to get out. Back they come. Into the blue line. A shot. Hayes Horn, the pad save. Penalty over. Ditayani Dibo out of the box. Picked up by Paul. Paul had it knocked away. And the puck will get out. Dibo skating back up for the Mohawks. Across center into the blue line. Ditayani Dibo has the puck roll off his stick. Dibo tried to feed it out in front, and he got tied up behind the goal. And another trip coming up to the Mohawks. And it's on Dibo for a second time today. And the Hawks are going back on the power play. Sometimes it's all about where you put your stick. You might not be trying to trip somebody up, but if your stick's on the ice, the player might stumble and tumble. Still 2-1 at 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in period number 2. And the Mohawks, who have killed off both HRS penalties today, will be tasked with a third try here. Face off, one out in front. Stacy knocked it back to the point. And it's kept alive. A shot deflected and it just went wide. Paul gives chase to the puck. Paul. And they fight for it. It's intercepted. Here's the shot. Hayes Horn the save. Big stop there by Hayes. They fight for it along the wall. And the Hawks knock it back behind the goal. And up to Howie Daibo, overskating the puck. Here's a wraparound try. They stuff it and they can't get it in. Hayes Horn keeping this a 2-1 score. We have 11:34. That's the time of day. 1:35 left to go, period 2. So in case what you were wondering the start time of this game, there you have it, 11 o'clock this morning. Face-off coming up to the right of Horn. She's been solid in nets. Knocked away by Nigaraka Daibo, the Hawks. Play it. Nigaraka got it to center. The Hawks are forced to tag up. OJ. And it's knocked away. Good defense by the Mohawks. Daibo got by one, not by the second. Nigaraka steals. Nigaraka shoots and deflects on net. Whoa! And I'll tell you what, Morton had to be sharper than I think he would have expected as that puck gained traction after the pass. The initial shot was deflected. Nigaraka Daibo skating back into HRS territory. Daibo nearly put himself offside, did not. And now the Mohawks knock it back in. We're down to the final 40. 2-1 scoreline. Circling back behind his own net is Chenye, number 70. Nearly stolen by Daibo. Picked back up by the Mohawks. A high shot, and that one just missed the target. Picked back up by the Mohawks. Peyton Nolan back behind the goal for Daibo. Daibo had the puck knocked off his stick. 20 seconds to go in the period. Nigaraka tried to go for the steal. 2 seconds to go in the penalty. Down to 1 in the penalty. And Nuwajitayani Daibo's out of the box for the final 10 seconds of play in the second period. Intercepted by the Mohawks. Down to 5. Down to 4. Nolan had it knocked away. And we're headed into the final period of hockey. The slimmest of margins, the difference. HRS 2, Kahnawake 1. This is Novice A Hockey. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Here we go, third period underway. 2-1, HRS and Kahnawake. Mohawks trying to tie the game. Rowan DeLille makes the move. DeLille for the tie! No! Big stop by Morton. DeLille's got it again. DeLille knocked away. And now we got 3 players falling like dominoes out there. And Howie Rice kept it alive. Picked back up and backhanded into HRS territory, slammed off the boards, and the puck gets out. It's going to go far enough for icing, and icing is called. Well, I just found out we got a doubleheader tomorrow. So Novice A's in action at 2, and the Novice C's in action at 1. We have both games coming up for you on Baby Blue Memories. First time we'll see the Novice C's this year. Remember last year, that was our featured team. Still got a couple of players from that championship appearance team last year, the Novices. Face-off coming up to the right of the Hawks goal. McCumber knocked down in front of the net. Here's a shot by Jacobs in that, or sorry, Daibo. Just off the mark. Picked up by the Hawks. They come back in. And the puck knocked away. And picked back up by the Mohawks. So here it is, Jacobs coming in, onside. Jacobs, he's got the inside track to the loose puck here. Jacobs, dipsy doodles, throws it towards the front of the net, knocked down. And they just can't get it on towards the target. Picked back up again, Jacobs again. A backhander Jackson, McCumber knocked off the puck. Boy, the Mohawks doing everything besides trying to score here now. Intercepted Boy, what an incredible opening couple of minutes of this third period already. But the Hawks are hanging on to the lead. Intercepted by the Mohawks. Here comes Kahnawake. It's DeLille. DeLille in front. The cover for the tie. No good. No good. Picked back up by the Mohawks. A shot blocked. And the Hawks get it back out to neutral ice. Boy, oh boy, if there was a goal up for auction, the Mohawks would have to pay over $1 million, it seems, to tie this one up. Oh, and the Hawks come back, 2-on-1, trying to make this a 2-goal game. Hugo Ogier, Ogier, shot, and a great defensive play by Charles. Charles intercepts the pass in front of the goal, and it's thrown off the boards, and that puck's going to get out as the defenseman lost his balance in front of the red line. Now back on the Mohawks. Charles knocks it away, and HRS very lucky to get away with too many men. We've seen that actually a couple of times on the Mohawk side as well. Referee's doing a good job. He lands our goal. He's on the save. I told you it's cold outside today. As far as being inside here, the action's all hot. 2-1 HRS, 13:30 to go. Adam Azer in action next. They'll be taking on the Chateauguay Ducks. The Ducks are coached by Kahnawake owner Mikey Stacy, or one of the assistants. We've seen that as well with the Chateauguay Knights in Novice B. They're coached by Travis Zachary. So how about that? 2 Kahnawake Condors right there. Who's who of Kahnawake owner hockey players. As the shot comes in, Hayes Horn covers, and face-off coming up to the left. The action here is so fun. Some of the hockey parents losing their lunches. Comes back towards the point. Now scooped up and knocked off the boards. Kept alive, and the Mohawks get it. Here comes Jacobs, skating by. Jacobs against Chenier. Chenier knocks it away. Slashing call coming up against HRS. Penalty coming up to the Hawks. It might be 2. A penalty is coming up to the Hawks. And Kahnawake's on the power play. It's a slash on HRS and a power play coming up for the Mohawks. Can they even the score line? Oh. You can cut the tension with a knife here. It's been unbelievable. I could use all the metaphors in this game that I want, but quite frankly, I could also stick with something simple, such as this has been an outstanding game. 2-1, under 12 minutes to go here in the third. Mohawks trying to tie the score. It comes back to the point. A shot! Oh, just off the mark. Oh. Mohawks can't keep it alive. Charles. And now scooped up by Royce White. White shoots it, and it gets into HRS territory. Chenier behind on his backhand, now plays it up to his forehand. Chenier, a pass in front, and Peyton Nolan comes back. The Hawks bring it back in. And offside is called with 11:15 to go in the third. Wow, this game's had it all. It really has. This game has really just been a back and forth battle of who can get the best shots. Icing called against the Mohawks as HRS is the team that's killing the penalty here. Gotta say a big good luck to the Mag players as well as the Mercier Mag Fest starts next week. Face-off coming up to the right of the Mohawks goal. And here comes Kahnawake. Rome DeLille skating in with Jackson coming around the wing. Rome cuts in. Rome for the tie. Yeah, baby! The Dipsy View Daniel DeLille ties the score. 2-2 under 10 to go. Wow. And guess what? This game has even more than what we were bargaining for. Wow. The penalty is obviously over. The Mohawks tie the score on the power play. And wow, this game continues to just amaze me. Remember last week how incredible of a game it was? Same thing happening this week. And now DeLille with the steal. DeLille with some open ice ahead of him. But HRS closed the gaps off. DeLille backhands it. Deflects on net. Morton stopped it. It's knocked free behind the net. McCumber collides with his man. Paul looks in front. Here's an open shot. Blocked. A second try. The Hawks will clear it. Or at least out of the danger area. And it's played up to Folte. He makes the move. Here comes Folte. Rice, the only player back for the Mohawks. Folte comes in. Folte falls. And the shot missed the net. Oh. Wow, a dangerous opportunity for HRS. Thrown out in front. Intercepted. Picked up by the Mohawks. Here comes Jackson McCumber. Makes the move. Jackson! And he overskated the puck and got caught in somebody's equipment. Now picked back up by the Hawks. Shot up the wall. HRS clears it. And we have a penalty coming up, I think? Or an offside. Oh, it's a tripping call on the Hawks. Power play for the Mohawks with 8 minutes and change remaining here in the third. Yes, I know. I know. It's probably just as hard for you to breathe at home as it is for me in here. 7:40 and change remaining here in the third. And our scoreline, Kahnawake 2, HRS 2. And they got to fix the penalty clock because 18 seconds went off of it. So they're going to reset the penalty clock back to 2 minutes. Coming up next, another matchup on Baby Blue Memories. Adam A's Kahnawake Mohawks and the Chattagee Ducks. Here's a shot blocked. The second try, it's going to land on net. And the puck will be covered. Just seen apparently retired head coach of the MAG teams, Moochie Goodleaf. You say apparently because you never know when it's going to happen just like that. Whoa! Kason Moses' shot hit a stick and deflected up in the air but not on the target. Nigard Akwadaibo out there along with Jacobs. Kept alive. Moses! Not able to get the shot away. Great defense by HRS. Jacobs going in on the backhand and a good defensive play by Chenier. He's got it now. Chenier. And he got knocked off the puck. They're out in front. Nobody there. The Hawks the first ones on it. Oh, and Jacobs went tumbling awkwardly into the boards. Looks like he's going to be okay. Dodu Charles kept it alive. Chenier back for the Hawks in his own zone. Chenier, nice move. Chenier with open ice. Hawks begging for him to clear. That's okay. They might get something even better. Here comes HRS. And it's knocked away by Charles. Moses went for the puck and actually got hit the skate. Now Nigard Akwadaibo gives chase to it. Nigard Akwa over the blue line by Chenier. Nigard Akwadaibo looks in front of the net. The pass is blocked. And a great defensive play by the Hawks. Moses shoots it back in. Onside, they say. 10 seconds to go. Paul trying to keep it alive. Kahnawake Rice coming back for the Mohawks. HRS has one guy up there. It's Bon Giovanni scores! Bon Giovanni! Luca Bon Giovanni, under 5 minutes to play, and HRS has retaken the lead. It's 3-2. It's a game of inches, a game of breaks, and a game of shots. What a move by Luca Bon Giovanni, going one way, cutting back to his strong hand, shooting the puck in, and HRS once again takes the lead. It's 3-2. Back come the Mohawks. Royce White skating in, shoots it into HRS territory. Roland DeLille and Royce White, who's got it now. White shoots, knocked down in front. He's going to get to the crease, and they can't get it in. Did the whistle blow? Yeah, it did. They blow the whistle. This might actually be a break for the Mohawks because the Hawks are going to break out. The Hawks are going to break out, but now the Mohawks get the face-off.
I know you live next to them. Is there any way possible you can get them to lift out? I have to stay and do the next game. Please lift them. Should I mention the shot ball location the outside?
All right, 3:30 to go. Wow. What a game, eh? What a game it's been so far. We'll focus on the action now rather than a general summary as HRS shoot it all the way down. And icing is called. So I'm going to be sticking around and doing the next game. It'll be Adam A's. So we're getting the worldwide tour, Baby Blue Memories. Don't forget we have Novice season action tomorrow as well. Here's a shot blocked, and the Hawks come back with it. Here comes HRS. It's Folte. He comes in for the icing on the cake. No, a rebound. Horn the save. Too big stop by Hayes Horn. She keeps this game going. Jackson McCumber comes back. Chenye lost the puck. Scooped up by the Mohawks. Roland DeLille plays it back behind the net. 2:15 to go. It comes back to the point. And Jacobs, I believe, or Divo, sorry, tried to shoot it in. Had it knocked away. And now here comes Folte again for the lead. No! Boy, if the Mohawks come back and tie this game, Hayes Horn should get a big recognition. And Horn again on the doorstep making a stop. A wraparound try. Horn can't freeze it. Charles had the puck knocked off his stick. It comes back to the point. 100 seconds to go in the game. HRS 3, Kahnawake 2. A shot blocked. McCumber circling back. Banged off the boards by Jacobs. Roland DeLille's got it now. Here goes Rome. 1:20, and he's knocked off the puck. Zayani Divo coming in. Divo for a tie. Great defense by Chenye. And the puck comes around the horn and out of the zone. Kahnawake Rice, the lone player back, and the shot is blocked. Final minute of play here in the third. Kahnawake trailing by 1. Paul up ice. White. And now Roland DeLille. Coming in, the game breaker. Can he be the game tire? Rome falls, and the puck knocked off his stick. Royce coming in to play it. And the Hawks will pick it up. We're down to the final 35. Here's Bon Giovanni, who has the goal, which has given HRS the lead. Up to DeLille, and the pass just behind Royce White. Down to 22 seconds to go. It's going to be shot the length of the ice, and this is a terrible thing for the Mohawks. That clock's going to keep running, and HRS it looks like is going to hang on. Where the Mohawks are setting up, and the Hawks are smart. They're not gonna rush this. 3 seconds and 2, and that is gonna do it. Wow, what a game. HRS wins by a score of 3-2. Oh, what a battle here this afternoon at the Kahnawake Sports Complex. Nigarakwa Daibo, Ron DeLille, the goal scorers for the Mohawks. For the Hawks, singles from Liam Robichaud, Luca Bongiovanni, who got the game winner, and Jonathan Foltang. HRS 2-3-1. The Mohawks fall to 2-3-1. For cameraman extraordinaire Emmett Hamlin, this is Brandon Bordeaux. We're saying Onagigahi for now from the Kahnawake Sports Complex. Game 2 of the doubleheader is next. Adam A's in action. You've been watching Baby Blue Memories.